Hi everyone, welcome back to the Top Percentile YouTube channel. We've been flooded with a lot of doubts about the new SIMSREE MSc Finance program. So we've reached out to Sangeeta ma'am, who's the head of finance at SIMSREE and has been a crucial part of designing this program. So she will be answering all your questions. Sangeeta ma'am, thank you so much for your time today. This is really going to help students a lot. So a heartfelt thank you for your time. So, ma'am, the first question I have is what inspired SIMSREE to launch this MSc Finance program? What was the need?
JBIMS MSE Finance and Alkesh Dinesh Modi also MSE Finance. So I was convinced that this is a good course and we need to have it at SIMSREE. But it was just a thought process. But then what happened last year, we became part of HBSU, Homi Bhabha State University, and no longer with Mumbai University. So now, being a new university, they are very eager that we do something new and the permissions and everything is very fast. And last year, what happened was we had just 20 seats remaining in the last round. And we had more than 600 people aspiring for those seats. And all of them were good, huh? 98 percentile and 98.8 percentile and all. And we felt upset refusing them. And we know that every time marks is not the only thing, in 4, 5 marks, you lose out and still you could be good. And both my director and I were very upset with these people possible for us to increase the MMS seats. So we said, why not start MSE Finance? Because I know students are looking more for the SIMSREE brand rather than whether it's MSE Finance or MMS specialization. So it's more or less, I would say, an extension of MMS Finance only.
Got it, got it. That's very interesting, ma'am. So, how would you differentiate doing an MMS in finance versus even doing a CFA and doing a MSc in finance? How does it compare based on ROI and also the credibility in the job market which students look for?
Okay, let me be brutally honest over here that students are too obsessed with placements. But actually, in the long run, if you speak to CEOs and CFOs, it is not their qualification who got them there. I passed my CA in 1983, and I know so many chartered accountants who are not in the traditional CA role of audit and taxation. And you can diversify. Like your qualification never be an obstacle in your career progression. You have so many engineers who are not done their MBA in finance. You have famous economists who are basically some not done their basic qualification in economics and not even any masters or something. See, you pick up your skill sets when you're in the job.
Right.
Water finds its own level. You will, in the long run, you like and good at. And even corporate world is very good in staffing. They put you in the vertical which your aptitude and skill sets are. So actually, I feel whether you do CFA, whether you do FRM, whether you do finance or you do MSc Finance, in the long run, you will do well in what you are good at.
Got it. That's very
Your
fair
basic
and
qualification just opens doors.
correct, correct. So, students should just, I think, focus on learning and improving their skill set, and I think opportunities will find them. And in the long run, it won't matter as much.
Absolutely. I mean, one should not, be obsessed, he lakhs, I got only 14 lakhs, or I'm the last I'm getting only 7 lakhs. No, I have joined SIMSREE in, say, 2012, I think. So I know students who are placed at 15 lakhs, 18 lakhs and stuck there. And those who started with 8 lakhs and now have crossed 50 lakhs. So it's not where you start, it is where you progress to.
Got it, got it.
And then again, the sales profile also I've seen, students don't want sales profile. Those are the profiles which are there today. And actually, when you do sales, you understand the pulse market. and then it gets converted to product development, something better. If you're good at it, definitely, I mean, the corporate world wants talent. And let me tell you, there's a crunch of talent, lack of talent, inadequate talent. You have numbers, but you don't have talent there.
That's absolutely fair, ma'am. That is something a lot of companies are complaining about. So speaking of the start that students would get, just to give the students an idea, what kind of roles and opportunities will MSc Finance students be eligible for, and what range of salaries can they expect 2 years down the line?
See, this I really cannot commit to the question, commit to
Absolutely.
whatever you're asking, but I'm just thinking aloud. We are doing this course in association with FPSP, Financial Planning Standard Board. So students at the end of 2 years will be certified financial planners also, and they will be MSc Finance too.
Right.
And FPSP has told us that they will help us to placements also. They have tie-ups with global financial centers and gift city India also, and global financial centers are coming in a big way to India. So the roles over there are equity analysis, research analysis, and more towards wealth advisory services. Because today uh, we need, I mean, the capital markets are getting the depth in India. More and more people are entering the capital markets. So you need good advisors to handle. Like I was just doing some training for some defense people, and they all came to me saying that we are retiring now, and they will all be getting about say 3 crores to 8 crores in their, including their PF gratuity and all. What do I do with this money? So you need somebody prudent who will guide them. So we are going to focus also a lot on ethics and prudence, conservatism in handling wealth management according to the age of a person. What you can advise for a 22-year-old person or 30-year-old person, you cannot advise to somebody who's retired from 30 years of service. So
Right.
this kind of sensitivity we are trying to get into the course and make them uh, but those who want to enter corporate finance also will, core finance also will try. We are having all kinds of subjects here.
Got it. Got it. And ma'am, will the placements be along with SIMSREE's MMS placements, or would it be completely different given the roles you talked about?
We haven't yet, because this being the first batch, we haven't yet much brainstormed. But I know my students, SIMSRE students, they are always collaborative rather than competitive, because we have this Student Management Association, SME,
Got it.
many committees. You have the finance forum, you have the corporate relation committee, you have the alumni committee, you have the committee, and they all have their each have their flagship events. So I see how they work in a collaborative way. Like, somebody gets a sponsorship, they share the details with the other committee that you can also try over there. Then Business Standard came forward that we will print your flagship events. So each committee supported each other in giving photos and all. So I think this collaborative spirit is there in the campus, and it will extend for this course also, because we are not thinking this is MMS full time, it is MMS time, which we also have part time, or it is MSc Finance. They're all on their SIMSRE courses. So placement will be for SIMSRE. And I think even like originally we had the PGDBM along with MMS.
Right.
Recruiters also did not distinguish between PGDBM and MMS. Uh, one was a degree and one was a diploma. So recruiters look at it as a SIMSRE qualification. They don't look at it as a qualification what it is. So I'm sure with the same company, whether it's Deloitte or CARE or JPMC, who come to our campus or KPMG, they will consider both at the same level, MMS Finance and MSc Finance. And I'm sure both the committees will work in collaboration.
Got it, ma'am. That's very reassuring for the students, I'm sure. Another questions a lot of students have been asking, ma'am, is because it is the first year. what kind of academic profile or what kind of exam entrance exam percentile is SIMSREE expected from the students? Is there any cutoff or what kind of scores and marks are competitive?
See, this being the first year, we did not keep a cutoff.
Right.
So we got more than 500 applications, with ranging from all kinds of percentile. So next year, getting an idea as to what it closes this year. If it closes at, say, 97, we will keep the cutoff at 95 next year. This is the
Right.
first year we were not aware, so we didn't keep a cutoff. But next year, surely understanding what is the admission process happens, what was the cutoff, we will keep the cutoff last year. As regards exams and all, we are under HBSU now, Homi Bhabha State University. So the university will be conducting the exams. Internals, as usual, 40 marks will be given by the faculty. 60 marks would be by the HBSU university exam. So it would be a proper exam. Maybe we will bring in technology so that they can do it through their laptops or whatever, in a lab or something. And but it would be a proper exam.
Got it, ma'am. And what should the students prepare for? What are panelists looking in the GDPI process? And can you give us an idea of the selection criteria and the weightages to different parts of a student's profile?
Yeah. So what we like, even for MMS, we don't have GDPI.
Correct.
So we have people from the interiors of Maharashtra who come, who are not very strong in communication skills, but they are very good in substance. Their hard skills are very good. And it is then in 2 years, we try to transform them in their soft skills. And
Right.
so the foundation has to be good. So we want to see in GDPI, observe whether the person is fundamentally strong. We don't want somebody who just speaks flowery language and tries to impress with very strong communication skills. We are giving good weightage to the academics. It's, I think, 50% weightage to the aptitude test, the MHCET score or the CAT score or something. 30% goes to GDPI, 15% to GD, and 15% to PI. And 20% goes to your 10, 12th, and graduation marks.
Okay.
10% to graduation marks, 5% to 10, and 5% to 12, or the equivalent exam, whatever. So we are giving a lot of weightage to academics, but those who have not scored that well, they get a chance to boost up their score by 30% is a big amount, is a good weightage to GDPI also. So we are trying to bring a mix. And even
Got
in communication skills, we are not looking at those who speak more or speak loudly or control the discussion. We are looking at someone who's original, who can bring something new on the table, which even the observers did not think of that those points. And we are thinking of the topic bring on the table and not just repeat what the other is speaking. And someone with good leadership skills who will try and see that they include all people in the discussion and keep the discussion focused that way.
Got it, ma'am. And ma'am, can you give us an idea of what the admission timeline would look like? When can students expect the program to start?
So it depends on our MMS. So that
Oh,
depends on the cap rounds. So once
correct.
they are over, we are finalizing MSc,
Got it,
because
ma'am.
people have applied for both.
Right, right.
And we don't want people, taking admission and then shifting
Got
because
it.
they've got somewhere else. So but GDPI, we are going to call all those who have applied
Right, right.
because it's fair
Understood.
that, but that would be somewhere. They will be putting it on our website. Till 16th July, we have exams in our campus of full-time, part-time. After 16th July, anytime 4 days in a row, we will be keeping the GDPIs, either the third week or the last week of July, I think.
Got it, ma'am. Got
And
it.
then the merit list would be put up after the MMS admission is finalized.
Understood. Understood. Ma'am, so talking about um, what the program needs, and this could be a general answer even for MMS Finance, but what should students prepare for in terms of soft skills and hard skills once they've probably gotten admission or they have an idea of getting into SIMSREE? so that they're really ready for the course? Are there any hard skills, soft skills that they should be working on in the 1-2 months they have now?
I would say one is you have to read newspapers. So unless you are understanding what is happening in the world, in India, in your city, that you need to be aware about what is happening all around you. So best is to read the newspapers and be loyal to any one newspaper. All newspapers are good, Business Standard, say, or Mint or Economic Times or whatever. And you don't need to take a dictionary and understand the meaning of each word or anything. Just keep reading the full paper. It can be quite boring at times, but then you have to get into that habit that you can't start your day or end your day without reading the newspaper, either online or uh, hard copy. But newspaper reading is a must. Then, of course, if you don't have any accounting background, there are very simple books of 10th and 12th accounting books you can go through. You can read basic some management principles and all which are there. Today, you have so much of uh, content on the net that you
Right.
can keep busy going to good websites like Wall Street Mojo is a good website, or even Investopedia is a good
Yeah.
website. So you can go through these. Not you can't just be going through any website. A good authenticated, reputed websites. You can look at some good topics like principles of management or basics of accounting or basics of marketing, because I feel even if you're a finance specialist, you need all the other skill sets also, HR or marketing, logistics, operations, and all.
Got it. Got it. Ma'am, so I just have one final question for you. Again, a lot of students are preparing for this program and aspiring. Many of them want to get into SIMSREE and treat this as the last chance of getting into SIMSREE. So, what advice would you give them on preparing for the GDPI process? How can they make their call count and convert?
Oh, one thing is, I think they should not get stressed. If because see, 80% marks are for the academics, 70%, sorry, marks are for the academics. So if their academic score is good, then they will lose out in GDPI if they have stress. And
Right.
those whose academics are not good, they have to max the GDPI. Again, they will lose out if they are stressed. So we are seeing that the person should be relaxed, cool, not stressed out. And under stress, you're not productive also. You can't think in an imaginative way. And I would say they should let their imagination go run like crazy. Be as creative as possible in your GDP. I don't read up, standard things like go to Chat GPT, put a topic, demonetization India, was it successful? Chat GPT will give you 8 lines and then you by heart those 8 lines. It doesn't work out. Just keep reading what are the current topics. So the topics could be anything like what is today or what has happened in the past.
Right.
So everybody today is more or less aware of what is happening. And even if you're not aware, if you listen for 2-3 minutes what the other persons are speaking, you get the hang of the topic. And then you have to think in a very creative way. And that creativity, I feel you develop only by reading, not by just watching videos and all. So read good stuff. You have good magazines, good journals, good newspapers, uh, good books, history books, or anything.
Got it. Sure, I'm sure the students will get that message from watching this video, and we'll pass it on to our students also on how to crack the program. Thank you so much, Sangeeta ma'am, for your time today. And
Pleasure.